Hail, intrepid viewers, and welcome back. Today's game is 80 Days. This is a visual novel based off of the works of Jules Verne. I don't know how much gameplay will actually be involved. I'm under the impression there will be choices. I could choose an adventure novel, but for the most part, this will probably just be a linear experience of me reading text at you. So, you've been warned. Well, let's go. London. Begin. I have no idea how long this game is either. I know there's a lot of text, but it could be from options. We'll see. Monsieur Phileas Fogg. Did they change that? I'm pretty sure it's Phineas Fogg in the Jules Verne. Interesting. Monsieur Phileas Fogg returned home early from the Reform Club, and in a new-fangled steam carriage besides. I helped him down, and the iron-lunged, steam-driven horses clattered away. What would he say? He would say... It's gonna take forever, isn't it? Passepartout, he said. We are going around the world. Oh, that was an option. I say, I am Passepartout. I see. Very good, monsieur. We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm as he proposed his wild scheme. We leave for Paris on the 8:25 in an hour. But of course, I'm gonna be very blasé, Passepartout. Unflappable, even. But of course, I answered, still extremely suspicious. He nodded. Good, pack an altimeter and my evening jacket. There is not a moment to waste. You, Passepartout, now have funds. The character is now dependable. Great, I'm glad I'm dependable. Really make me question my own loyalty there for a second. Let's pack. Quickly, Passepartout! Clicked our things and we'll be off. Is this a game moment? There was just a moment to seize everything further than I thought might be useful for our long trip. The pocket altimeter. Air sickness is psychological, and altimeter can be most reassuring. The evening jacket, a well-fitting, neatly tailored Savile Row evening jacket. Priceless. Ah, the Englishman's wardrobe. The wax cylinder, inscribed with marks describing a recording of a symphony. Valuable in Vienna, Paris, and Copenhagen. Ah, maybe some resource management going on. Playing cards, a deck of 52 playing cards, suitable for a whilst drive or two. For a whist drive or two, that makes more sense. Of interest to humorous, stalwart, official, and soldier types. European shipping timetable. A slender volume listing all shipping routes within Europe. Routes for ships in Europe will be visible in the globe. We got wool trousers and wool shirts. Groovy for us. So I assume we're packed, right? Oh, I take... That would have been disastrous if I had not grabbed everything. Oh, I have to choose things. Yeah, we'll have the altimeter. He wanted that specifically. So we can have the wax cylinder. We can have one of these three things. Do I want the evening jacket? It is priceless. Don't you see? Priceless. A slender volume listing all shipping routes within Europe. That, I mean, these two seem like they'd be good for opening up more dialogue. But, and the playing cards leave open a spot. I want the wax cylinder, but we'll take the shipping table. We'll see. Choices already. Good. I like choices. Whoa, whoa, wait. Oh, new routes discovered. Cool. Our complete Englishman's wardrobe should help us negotiate times of upper-class journeys. How much do I care about upper-class journeys? And look at all these options that weren't available to us before. I'm so good at video games. Depart. What would happen if I put the timetable back? Embark on the Amphitrite Express. I don't know what those numbers mean. The guard's van has space for one suitcase, which will suffice. Aha, we have one suitcase. Travel, this looks like a bearable option. Okay, then let's do it. Ooh, it is an actual steam horse. I thought Passepartout was just being dramatic and calling a horse calling a car an automobile a horse. The mechanical horses race past. Piccadilly Circus and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the H-25 was blowing as we pulled up to Charing Cross Station. We raced along the concourse and threw ourselves aboard. Or, we have no tickets. Will this cause us to miss our train? I think... That does not signify, Monsieur Fogg remarked over his shoulder as he hurried toward the platform. We must not miss the train. Okay, so no option there. Also, I want to say in advance, if you're sad, I'm not doing a French accent for Passepartout. Don't be. It's for everyone's... benefit here. I rushed after him and we left aboard. Oh, I could deny him. So I assume That does not signify. We have an evening jacket. We can talk our way out of everything. I rushed after him, and we leapt aboard just as another train whistle pierced the air. A guard raised his thick brows at us as we settled into a nearby compartment. He held out his hand. "Tickets, please." Aha! I pretended to have lost them. Patting down one pocket and then the other, I was about to start digging through our suitcases when Monsieur Fogg interrupted my touching performance. "My valet is trying to express that we were in too much haste to purchase tickets," he said. Which was not at all mime. I tried to alter my mime to fit his interpretation. I had mixed success, but I did locate 2 5-pound notes under one of the seat cushions when I began using it for a shield. "You may purchase them from me," the guard was saying, "though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. 85 pounds, please." Wow. I handed over the 85 pounds. And smiled a thin smile from one working man to another. The guard gave me our tickets and slid the compartment door shut behind him with a pneumatic hiss. "Your funds have gone down somewhat." Oh, we have so much money. Oh my gosh, there's no way our money will ever run out. This is surely gonna last us 80 days, no problem. You seem quite a handy man to have around, Passepartout. Well, you did hire me. I was gonna converse. London's smog gave way to rolling hills, and the pastures of the Kentish countryside still untouched by the hand of technological advancement. I will break the flappability rule to demand know the purpose of our journey. "You see, Passepartout," said he, "I have made a wager that we can circumnavigate the globe in no more than 80 days. "Not 81. I clarified. "Indeed not," my master nodded firmly. "We will turn our clocks back when we pass the dateline." He turned back into his paper, perhaps overtaxed by the grueling duration of our conversation. A guard rapped on our door. "A few miles before Dover. We are about to submerge," he warned. "Take some people a bit funny, so watch out." Very good," I replied, as though submerging inside a 1,000-ton metal train was quite ordinary for me. "If you feel claustrophobic," the guard replied, "try running up and down the corridor. I always find the exercise helps." With that, he closed the door. I pressed my face to the window glass. I am curious. As the fins above the Amphitrite's wheels extended with hydraulic hiss, night fell and we plunged past the end of the track into the freezing water of the English Channel. Oh, so we're off the track. Like, the train's just transformed into a boat. I was thinking there'd be, like, underwater trails. The Amphitrite plowed through the water overnight and splashed up onto a wider gauge French tracks at Calais, as dawn broke. Do you have a route in mind, monsieur?" I asked, as the water of the channel dried from the compartment windows. "I am as yet undecided," my master admitted. "The new canal has sped up the shipping time from Suez to Bombay." Suez? "Though perhaps we could take the Trans-Siberian Railway across Russia." "Surely not Bombay! Surely not Siberia. I'm not worldly enough to know the pros and cons of either in the 1980s, or 1880s, rather. Is that when this takes place? Is it early 1900s? I don't quite recall. Let's go not to Siberia? Seems way cold. "Surely not Siberia," I exclaimed. "It is so cold and grim, and I have particular fear of bears." "Then we should do well to buy furs," he replied, refraining from rolling his eyes. "There are other alternatives. We may also travel overland and across the Black and Caspian Seas. Fastest versus safest. Do I want to draw the game out? Fastest or safest? Well, I don't want to fail. Which is safest? I guess that answers my question either way. Monsieur Fogg, maybe it's the same one. Maybe fastest and safest are the same here. Maybe fastest and safest are the same here. Monsieur Fogg raised an eyebrow. "There is no place in the world which is not safe for an Englishman," he said coolly, and with great finality. Pablo, I scarcely knew what to think. We arrived at Paris Gare du Nord just after 1 o'clock. Automaton porters lifted our luggages and then our persons onto the platform with long, delicately filigreed iron arms. Paris, city of my heart. I was home, but not to stay. Poof. Suez. New routes discovered. What do you mean discovered? I just talked about it. Oof. That's a lot of boat travel. I want more train. Maybe I should have gone to Siberia. Moscow to Siberia to Ekaterinburg to Omsk to Irkutsk to Karmskaya to other places. Wow. Okay. Oh, we're still going to Paris. Okay, day 2. Here we are in Paris. Some of our possessions will fetch a few pounds here. Did I bring anything to sell? Not really. Explore for 4 hours. I will explore in Paris because it seems safe, and I want to see what it does. Ooh, the bank though. Get more funds, get so rich. No, we'll keep the money, explore. What happens? Aha. Did we have to explore to unlock those routes? I don't know. We had a few hours to spare. I asked Monsieur Fogg if I might enjoy my city before we had to leave. Indeed, and you should learn anything of note. Be sure to relay it. I nodded and headed into town. The talk on the streets was of one thing only, an enormous, elegant, oval stadium constructed upon the green fields of Champ de Mars and containing the technological marvels, art, amusement parks, and milling crowds of the World's Fair of 1872. Ah, that's the date. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege. I ventured inside. Let's do that. I ventured inside. I want to see. I ventured inside the grand illuminated pavilions of the exposition. Airship hangar. I went west towards the airship hangar, past a booth with a husband and wife pair selling panoramic hot air balloon rides to eager tourists. The hangar was crowded with airships and flying vehicles of all shapes and sizes, attended by sharp-eyed crews from all over the world, and my eyes were immediately caught by the African-made rigid metal balloon, the gilded Egyptian Ifrit-class airship, the metal-clad four-propeller Savakal Automatic, the bulky coal-gas-powered Ottoman Gaiak, the twin-bladed Peruvian gyrocopter. I'm gonna cross out the African one and the Ottoman one. The Ifrit class is a super cool name for a ship. Not big fan of gilding. 4 propellers is awesome. 2 propellers is also awesome. And it's a gyrocopter by name, which is pretty cool. Automatic is a stupid name. So let's go with the Peruvian gyrocopter. My eyes were immediately caught by the twin-bladed Peruvian gyrocopter, which looked tiny and flimsy in comparison with the airships surrounding it. They say the Incas invented the first gyrocopter, boasted the dark-haired pilot, pushing up her goggles to give me a wink. Ah, it's a female. My mistake. As their heirs, we Peruvians have made some few improvements. It seemed extremely unlikely. You do not see many Peruvian gyrocopters in the air. I remarked. Are they unsafe? The lady shook her head. No, they are quite safe, but they are quite hard to build. Perhaps one day, soon, Monsieur Fogg and I would find ourselves flying in such a craft. I returned to the exposition center, my thoughts turning with clouds and engine rotors. Avenues sprawled in every direction between the inviting illuminated pavilions of the exposition. Sure, an artificer was replacing an arc light. I believe all these actions are free. We already spent the 4 hours. We can do whatever we want, as long as we want. An artificer was replacing an arc light which had burned out. She first disconnected the strange machine powering the lights. It had a spinning iron wheel which was wound around with a series of armature coils. I'll disturb her. I'm not that polite. What is that device, artificer? I asked politely, my eyes strained to the copper lily pin which proclaimed her profession. For some reason, I really want to make her Scottish. Like, it's a blade in this sense is what it is, the artificer grumbled in a thick Yorkshire accent. Ah, Yorkshire. Well, I don't know what that actually sounds like. These gram machines are it's like super low class, right? Like, these gram machines are finicky, you know, what's a freaking Dick Van Dyke crappy accent. These gram machines are finicky beasts. Gram machines? What is that? I inquired. I'm not gonna do that forever. Well, it's a... Oh, never mind. She waved my question away. It's a steam engine, alright? Only it doesn't make steam. Will that do? I hate explaining this stuff to laymen. The harshness of her tone was belied by her gentle touch. Why is she touching me? As she unscrewed, the arc light's globe of enameled glass and replaced the 2 carbon rods within. She reconnected the supply and the 10 Lablochkov candles connected in a series lit up once more. They are miraculous, I breathed. The artificers snorted. Their hard work is what they are. Miracles indeed. But her mouth softened into a small, proud smile. She looked at her pocket watch, cursed, and hurried off, dropping something as she went. I pocketed it for her rudeness. It was a guild medallion, a token of membership or favor that might prove useful should we encounter other artificers along our path. And so our journey begins with malfeasance. I looked about me once more. Crowds of tourists jostled and heaved past, their eyes wide with wonder. Ooh, let's go to the red and purple tents of the Artificers Guild, draped with banners emblazoned with their copper lily sigil. An automaton orchestra, that's cool. It had the most incredible display of machines, as though a scrapyard had been brought to a playful life. One of the artificers had his hands deep inside a human-shaped automaton. Rummaging through its clockwork innards, he took out a piece of engraved glass and peered at it with a jeweler's loupe. "Dashed thing!" he cursed in upper English tones, and then looked up. "Oh, hello! Why is France so full of Englishmen?" I pointed at the shard. "What is that?" "It's the control glass of my automaton, or it would be if it worked. This one is meant to be a cook, but it can't even fry a chip." "How does the glass work?" He looked pained for a moment. So I'm actually assuming none of this dialogue makes a lick of difference, but this is a visual novel, and so we're in it for the atmosphere, so we're gonna, you know, milk this flavor setting stuff as much as we can. "How does the glass work?" He looked pained for a moment. "It's complicated," he replied. "Light scatters and bends and... never mind. In this case, it doesn't work. I need a Persian engraver. The best work is done in Tehran, you know?" I stared at the inanimate automaton. I had seen them before, of course, but never so still, and never up close. They were perfect. And yet, on the outside at least, so simple, so smooth. Their faces without detail or distinction. "You look a little scared," the artificer remarked. It looks so human." "Not really," he shrugged. "They're human-shaped, but it's hardly in disguise." The artificer smiled. I wished him well in his culinary endeavors. He was at least in the right city to find a cook, and returned to the center of the exposition, ears ringing with the bombastic tunes of the steam orchestra. My feet were tiring, and the hour was growing late. I returned to Monsieur Fogg, who was eating a meal of plain boiled beef à l'anglaise. "Did you enjoy the exposition?" my master inquired diffidently. And I nodded. We are on speed like to the stage mention. "Will we travel by airship, do you suppose?" Oh, do you think we'll encounter artificers in our travels? I'm gonna do that one. "Will we travel by airship, do you suppose?" I asked. "I think it highly likely," he replied. "They are expensive, but extremely fast." I dreamed that night of mechanical wonders and automatons with beautiful enameled faces, knowing little of the strange inventions and stranger people I would soon encounter in my journey around the world. The character is now courageous. The medallion should fetch a good price in Karachi, should we decide to sell it. "We have compromised the integrity of the Artificers Guild. Excellent." So I assume we don't need a hotel, because we're at full health. Let's plan. Where is Karachi? Man, this is so many options. This game has already blown my mind. I can guarantee I will be playing through it bunch of times to get all the different options, but that also gives me hope that I will not blow my voice out on this Let's Play, because there's a lot of dialogue, but probably not that much dialogue per Let's Play, because there's so many options, you know what I mean? Karachi, where is Karachi? This is going to be my Achilles heel in this game. Oh, I guess Achilles heel kind of implies it's a secret, right? And I don't think it's any secret that geography, despite being awesome, it's not something I know terribly much about. Yeah, let's just go random. Wild card. I need a die. So we did kind of want to avoid the cold, didn't we? We could take the middle road. Yeah, let's take the middle. Let's take the lazy option, the middle road. Although okay, whatever. Option. We don't have time to dilly-dally. Oh, wait, prices. Other things. Arrives tomorrow for £75. Arrives Friday. Today is Wednesday. Thursday, that's 2 days for £170, which is more than double the cost. I'm not sure that's farther. It seems to be about double the distance. Hard to say. Or Nice for £55 arrives Saturday. So it's cheap, but it's friggin' slow. We do get to hang out in Paris longer, which is pretty cool. Departs in 2 days, departs tomorrow. Let's go to Munich. I really want to go to Munich. Let's do that. The Orient Express departs in 2 days. I'm quite sure this departure could be adjusted. Well, let's negotiate. I'm not sure that's not sure that's how trains work. The Englishman's wardrobe should yield results. Shing! Shing! Most generous. No charge. Holy crap! What did I do? Do people just like lose their minds at how fabulous it is? This David Bowie? Am I is Phineas Fogg actually David Bowie in disguise? That could be. Ticket will require a further 170 pounds. What do you mean no charge? A further 170. Oh, does this mean it's the normal price? It's not 340. That's fine. I think that's what you're saying. Okay. Do I have to wait? How do I depart tomorrow? To Munich. Can we talk again, Phineas Fogg? Tell me your secrets. I need to know. Okay, click here. He says, it would appear we cannot go this way today. Okay, so back to Paris. And we shall rest in a hotel. We will pass the night here. We took a hotel for the night. We will be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but traveling overnight will often be more efficient. I agree. So you must board the longest trains available. Sure. Perhaps, he replied, the short answer indicating, I think, that one-day journeys might often be more flexible in their timing and could allow for more connections. Still, the surrounds of the Hotel Ritz were most enjoyable. Okay, now hurry up, Passepartout. Don't drop those cases. Depart. Do we want to stop in Munich? I want to stop in Munich. Maybe go to... Let's see what the options from Munich are. If we can go to Venice from there. Okay. Oh no! We have 2 luggages now. Is that because the stupid Artificers Guild... Can I like chuck things out of my inventory? Just ruin them? Okay, open luggage. Ugh! The dumb medallion. Great. Well, tartar sauce. I should have taken everything. I'm missing out on the clay tube, the engraved tube, and the playing cards. I didn't know I could pack more than one thing, because I'm an idiot. Why do I need these wool shirts? Why can't I just wear the evening jacket all the time and people give me free things? Such a hassle. Do I need them as part of the... Oh, I need them for my clothes. Okay, fine. You're quite the flamboyant type, I see. Where did that come from? That was very unprovoked and kind of rude. Quite frankly. I mean, contextually it could be fine, but all I was doing was deciding what to do for luggage, and you call me a flamboyant. Friggin'... I should just quit. Good luck doing 80 days without me, Phineas Fogg. Fine. Higher space in the guard's van, I guess. Go. Bwah. I'm salty with that. Boarding the Orient Express was an altogether calmer affair than our race through London had been. Mechanical porters loaded us in through the windows, then snapped them shut with a delicate click. The train would be the first leg of our journey. The train was extremely fast, and could sweep us across the whole of Europe, or at least as far as the Deutsches Kaiserreich, where the track currently ceased. A last long whistle blew, and we began our journey east. Do I want to talk? No, you're too rude. Let's read the Times. Pickpocketing rife at Paris World Fair. Oh, dang it! That's probably me. It's probably all about me. I was probably the only person committing crimes in this utopic society. My master wished to be undisturbed, so as we left Paris, I barred our compartment door. I left him and went to explore the train. There was a delightful dining car and an observation deck formed by the replacement of an entire compartment with an open glass cube. Sounds windy. I stopped there, watching the scenery flash past, and as I stood, a portly gentleman with a quivering, luxuriant mustache struggled by, carrying several trunks. I offered him my aid, and he introduced himself after a shower of thanks. Henry de Blewitz, foreign correspondent of the Times. Should we do a German accent? I don't think I can. I'm not gonna even bother trying. I introduced myself in return. My name is Passepartout, and my master and I are going around the world. Then I wish you luck, he replied. He patted his breast pocket. The stories you hear, it seems everywhere is on the brink of one revolution or another. Everywhere there is progress, but who will count the cost? That sounds most ominous, I told him. Does it? He replied with a beaming smile. Well, I am a journalist. It's my duty to make omens. Good day to you. With that, he clapped me on the shoulder and headed off in the direction of the dining car. I followed him, picking his pocket all the way, and found a few groups of people talking quietly. I joined a pair of young Parisian ladies who were toasting their adventure away from France. They were going to Vienna to hear a concert by the great steam orchestra there. I only hope we will be allowed to leave, one confided. What? Because of your great beauty? I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this game. I inquired, and the girl blushed. Her companion frowned at me. You are a valet, monsieur, she pointed out. You do not have the standing required for such a remark. I am first and foremost a Frenchman, I rejoined with a smile. The girl shook her head. And above that, a man, she replied with a sigh. Come, Isabel. She stood, and her friend, reluctantly, I think, left with her. I finished my cognac, and then I returned to Monsieur Fogg, who, to my surprise, looked up from his papers at me. What did you learn? He inquired. I told him of the dining car. I didn't learn anything, because I was too big of a flirt. And he looked smartly aside, clearly unimpressed. Oh! We arrived in Munich a few hours later. My relationship with Fogg has deteriorated slightly. Your character is now well healed. One, I don't mind. He started it with his flamboyant comments. Very not necessary, man. So, he is responsible for a deteriorating relationship, if I say so. Two, I do not know what well healed means. Does that mean I'm a heel? I'm the bad guy? I don't know. Well, that was day 3. We're gonna land in Munich, and I'm gonna end the episode here. So, the medallion would sell efficiently here. Efficiently, doesn't mean quickly? Yeah, whatever. We'll deal with this crap later. 80 days. I am liking it so far and look forward to seeing more. Hopefully you guys are too. So, see you guys in the next episode. Signature catchphrase.